Most people don't ruin their lives with bad decisions. They ruin them by never making one. Not because they're weak, not because they don't care, but because fear quietly steps in and decides for them. There's a moment you've felt before. You're about to say something, start something, leave something, choose something, and then you pause. Not because you don't know what to do, but because your mind asks, what if this goes wrong? What if I regret it? What if I fail? So you wait, and without realizing it, fear has already made the decision. Fear doesn't control you by force. It controls you by sounding reasonable. That's what makes it dangerous. Fear isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to protect you from embarrassment, from rejection, from uncertainty. The problem is, fear doesn't care about your growth. It only cares about safety, and safety, unchecked, becomes a cage. This is why overthinking feels productive. You tell yourself you're being careful, responsible, smart even. But most of the time, overthinking is just fear in a smarter outfit. You replay conversations that haven't happened. You imagine outcomes that don't exist. You suffer through scenarios that never arrive. Marcus Aurelius once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." That's exactly what's happening. Your mind isn't solving the problem. It's trying to avoid discomfort. Now, this isn't just a theory. You can see it clearly when you look at someone who was forced to start over. Take Steve Jobs. He helped build Apple from nothing. It wasn't just his company, it was his identity. And then, suddenly, he was pushed out, publicly, at the height of his success. People he hired voted him out of the company that carried his name and vision. For someone like him, this wasn't just a career setback. It was a collapse of identity. This was where fear usually wins. The fear of being judged, the fear of becoming irrelevant, the fear of starting over when everyone already saw you fail. He could have disappeared quietly, taken safe roles, protected what was left of his reputation. That's what fear would have recommended. Because starting again meant risk. It meant facing the possibility that the world might say, "You were only great once." That's the fear most people never recover from. But instead of retreating, he did something most people don't. He allowed himself to be a beginner again. He started new companies, made mistakes, built things that didn't immediately succeed. There was no guarantee any of it would work. But movement replaced paralysis, and over time, that movement rebuilt his confidence. Not because fear just disappeared, but because it stopped deciding for him. Years later, he returned to Apple, not as the same person, but as someone sharper, clearer, more grounded. The version of him that built Apple the second time could only exist because he didn't let fear freeze him the first time. Fear makes simple decisions feel heavy. Every choice feels permanent. Every mistake feels fatal. So you wait certainty, but life doesn't work that way. Clarity doesn't come before action. It comes after. Here's the real cost of letting fear decide. It doesn't just stop bad outcomes, it stops good ones too. Each time you avoid a decision, you teach yourself that fear is in charge. Confidence erodes, trust in yourself weakens, and slowly, you stop asking what you want. You start asking what feels safest. Here's something most people don't realize. Avoiding decisions feels like peace, but it creates tension. Because deep down, you know when you're avoiding something that matters. That tension follows you, in your thoughts, in your body, in the background of your days. And the moment you finally decide, even if the outcome is uncertain, something strange happens. The tension loosens, not because the fear disappears, but because you're no longer running from it. Action calms the mind, far more than thinking ever will. You don't beat fear by eliminating it. You beat it by removing its authority. When fear shows up, don't argue with it. Don't obey it either. Ask yourself this: is this fear protecting me from real danger or from discomfort? Discomfort isn't danger, it's growth. Strong decision makers don't feel less fear. They decide with fear present. They accept uncertainty, imperfect timing, incomplete information. Fear wants guarantees. Strength accepts risk. That's the shift. Stop asking, what if this goes wrong? Start asking, what happens if I keep avoiding this? Every decision you face strengthens you. Every decision you avoid shrinks you. Fear will always have a voice, but it doesn't get a vote. You don't need certainty. You need courage once. Momentum does rest. We explore clarity, discipline, and strength here. This isn't about motivation. It's about control. If that's what you're building, you already know what to do.